around the world, know they felt that. Earned all my stripes and I got my respect. The whole city know I'm a beast. Look, if you not from this side and you don't know the facts, just chill and repeat after me. Cali Park, it's not Atlanta. Lithonia, it's not Atlanta. Clay Coat, it's not Atlanta. Decatur, it's not Atlanta. Gwinnett, it's not Atlanta. Roswell, it's not Atlanta. Fort Park, it's not Atlanta. Lynburn, it's not Atlanta. Look, the North, it's not Atlanta. The South, it's not Atlanta. You, it's not Atlanta. You, it's not Atlanta. Big Rudder on 2 Atlanta. I had to get through Atlanta. I'm talking about the 1, the 3, and the 4, the old, not the new Atlanta. You thick? They gonna be mad about that one. They gonna be beat mad.
Ay, 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 ay.
Check, it's Rebel Mask. Hi, this is Pr1ma with Candid CoEd Conversations with me, just Pr1ma. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits. And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Hi, this is Pr1ma with Candid CoEd Conversations with me, just Pr1ma. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits. And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Hi, this is Pr1ma with Candid CoEd Conversations with me, just Pr1ma. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits. And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Hey, y'all. It's Thursday night. Welcome to Candid CoEd Conversations with just me, Pr1ma. Yes, I want to end that. Having some technical difficulties. All right. It is me, Pr1ma. We're on every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish. I want to say welcome to all of our new people, new listeners. I think this is ready now. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to call in, call 678-661-1819. That's during the show. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback. If you want to listen in, you can listen by going on to the Live 365 app. Look for Caribbean Life Radio. And when you go there, you will hear us from 8:30ish to 10ish every Thursday night. If you want to watch live, like what we're doing right here, for a better view, you can go on Facebook and YouTube and look for, on Caribbean Life TV on Facebook and YouTube, and you can get a whole view. Some of you are watching me on my personal YouTube. Some of you are watching on my personal Instagram. So that's why I'm all over the place. So you can find me on YouTube and Instagram at JUSTPR1MA, just Pr1ma, and also on Facebook. If you would like to be a sponsor, you would like to give donations, or you would like to be a guest, please call 770-322-4022. I think I got all the housekeeping stuff. As usual, I would like everyone to introduce yourself. You can be whoever you want to be tonight. You don't have to give us your government name. You know, we have a guest in the house today. So, what is your name? One word to describe how you feel right now and how your week has gone thus far. So we'll let Dominic be the example for us, or Ebon, whoever he's going to be tonight. We're going to let him be the example.
Okay, well, my name is Dominic tonight, since my twin is not here. The word to describe the week, it's been very busy, very busy. Working with the kids from 9 to 5, and then I go to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 5 to 5. So it's been a very, very busy week, but it is what it is. How I'm feeling, I'm still feeling great.
Okay. Right. That's a good thing. Woo woo. Sound
Right.
effects.
Hey, my name is Jordan, and one word to describe how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling good, feeling great. My week has been fun. I did some bowling this Tuesday, just to kick off. You know, my birthday is next Thursday, so we celebrating all week.
All right. Now, what is your name, newcomer? we're gonna figure that out. But here, you can use mine.
I'll give you my government.
Whatever name you want to be
My
tonight.
name is Michelle, and
How you feel tonight?
I feel pretty good. I feel good that I was included.
Okay.
I'm-
How's your week gone thus far?
It's been a slow week. I like to stay productive, and I'm trying. I'm visiting Atlanta for right now, see where it takes me, and yeah, I've enjoyed it before, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, welcome. We're gonna give you a mic. Here you go.
I got a mic now. They just
Oh,
with
get a mic.
mic.
Everybody get some mics.
Everybody get some mic. Go over there to Roscoe.
You just got to pay the taxes on it.
Right. Roscoe in the house.
Well, I'm Roscoe, and the way I'm feeling right now is laid back, and my week has been long. I got one more day to go to finish the hurdle.
Yay.
Hmm?
All right. Tonight. That was something.
Yep. That's all.
All right now. Well, my name is Pr1ma, and one word to describe how I feel. I feel present. I'm excited to be on the playground as usual. My last week has been very, 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 very trying. Yeah, I kind of talked about it a little bit with my dad last week. He was kicked out of the hospital and sent back to the rehab, unfortunately. And I have some stuff in the works for neglect. Now, I don't speak in French. Yeah, so anyway, my week has been trying. I am present, though. I did have a moment where I was like, I'm usually a person that compartmentalizes everything, but I felt like my compartments was on top of compartments and crashing into compartments, and anybody could have got it. Then I had to pray and be quiet, so I've been quiet for a couple of days, and that helped me. So yeah, that's it. That's all. The game night went well. I was kind of quiet even game night, because that's, like I said, the day my mother transitioned. So I was present. I greeted everybody, but I was kind of quiet, and that's the same day that they kind of kicked my dad out of the hospital. So it was a trying day, but I was present. So that is my week. I did see that Donald Trump was shot the night of my mother's the game night,
Shot.
and I'm not certain if it was staged or for some attention, to get some ratings, or whatever, some sympathy. I don't know, but anyway, while I was sitting at the door on Saturday night, some people came and was like, "Hey, did you hear Trump got shot?" So after I saw it, it seemed like he just got nicked, and there are a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, well, Trump didn't set that up, or his people didn't set it up because some people got killed." So I was just like, well, I really don't believe he cares about anybody. So, in war, we do know that there has to be some spoils of war, so I'm going to leave it at that. So, I don't, But anyway, yeah, so
That man again.
in the attempted assassination, okay?
That man again shot.
And the lady, in the what's the guy? Some Secret Service, somebody saw the boy on top of the roof and left him up there. But it was a, attempted assassination. So I have my own thoughts on that. So anyway,
my
any thoughts?
Yes,
Since we're there.
definitely. Since you brought it up.
I do.
My thought is this: if he got shot, quote unquote, in the ear, there was people behind him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if he got shot, that person got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Shot, killed, something. So how that person get missed, quote unquote, if he got shot? So in my mind, from the way I saw it, he did his ear like this, and he went down, and he came up with a whole bunch of blood. 1 + 1 in my mind is still 4. So therefore, that ain't adding up at all.
And then he got this perfect piece of clean paper.
That's all I'm saying.
On his ear all week, y'all. They look like this. I'm talking about, I meant to bring a piece of gauze, but he been like this all week.
Right.
Paper ain't messed up, ain't no blood.
No nothing. So come on.
Like
man.
this, and you can see part of his ear. So he been like this all week at the convention.
So regardless if he set it up or if Democrats set it up, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like I said last week, I said somebody's gonna shoot that man. It could be KKK for all we know. Reality, you know what I'm saying? Because they feel like he's an endangerment to society. Because the reality, if he become president again, he gonna tell everybody the truth, and he is going to set Africa free. So they doing everything they can to make sure that he don't do that.
Well,
Want my take?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think a fireman got killed, and at the angle that he got shot in the ear, the guy was shooting from the side of him. So when he turned his head, that's why the people in the far right side of him got hit. The guy wasn't shooting facing him.
So do you think he cared if somebody got shot?
Yes, I think he cared. No matter how bad a person is,
And what somebody got to lose, right? Somebody got to.
I don't think somebody would. That's too far fetched to. I think it's make him change his heart. But
He got on and played church music. Y'all saw him when he came up. Jesus saves.
Girl,
I don't
When he
think.
got on the stage, he did
I
some
don't.
church music.
That's that. You can't.
Hey, Yanni,
You script that.
come on in.
There
We
go
waiting
my
for
cuzzo.
you. We left a seat for you.
I would say he's an opportunist,
facts.
but I don't see. And if any way he can make money, he would. I would say he's like an American gangster. And I don't see that man plotting or faking that. That you can't script somebody getting shot.
I can't hear you.
You can't script somebody getting shot.
Oh, okay.
And y'all saying that his gauze are still clean and his bandages is
I
perfect.
said that.
You know he don't have Obamacare. He is a president, so he gonna get the finest treatment there is.
Oh, he got waterproof gauze that's perfect and
I
straight.
don't know. Now you
on his
can't.
ear.
Don't knock down Obamacare. Obamacare pretty good.
No,
It
I'm not
is.
saying Obamacare
It
is bad, but you know a president got different care than a regular American.
Well, he was in the
Think
national
about
convention for 12 hours, and that gauze, I ain't never see a leak.
you're not gonna
That
see
girl
it.
crazy.
Wow, I work in medical.
It's being changed on the clock.
Did he get on? I ain't seen nobody go on stage and fix
They
it.
got
Why he was
medicine to
sitting there the
stop
whole
it from
time?
bleeding. They got
They use some nitrous. Okay.
They put some glue on it.
The liquid Band-Aid.
Y'all wasting energy cracking jokes about that.
That's what we can do here.
It's invincible.
Okay, so tell us who you are. You've been gone, and we missed you.
Goddess Survivor in the building.
All right, Goddess Survivor. How's your week gone, and how do you feel right now?
I feel good, of course. I'm on a playground. Regenerating. Last 2-3 weeks.
Yay.
It's been good. It's been rough. It's been good, though.
Yay. So, did you have any thoughts on Donald Trump getting, the attempted assassination?
I think he set it up.
Okay. She wasn't even in the room, y'all. And she said the same thing I said. Okay. What about the gauze on his ear that's still there?
You are dumb.
She on one, boy.
It's perfect.
It goes with the setup.
Right. Yeah. And it's still clean.
Hey, he wants to be like the new Tupac.
Right. Yay.
Well,
Okay.
Well, he's a rapper now. He got felonies and he been shot.
And he got sneakers.
Right.
All
Rapper
eyes
starter
on me.
pack.
Starter pack, right. All right.
Ridiculous.
What we gonna sing, Jesus? Jesus. All right. I'm reading, y'all. I'm trying to read and pay attention, Yanni. I tried last week. What y'all saying over there? Nothing. Hey. Okay. So, what about Ingrid Andress? The little 4-time Grammy winner that sang at the baseball game the other day, the National League. I sent y'all the post.
Yo.
And she was drunk, but she's a 4-time Grammy winner.
Yo.
And she sang at the baseball game in Arlington Monday. And they said she did it the worst.
Mm.
So they compared her to Fergie and Roseanne Barr. So, did you see? Oh, you didn't get to see. Okay, so in y'all's opinion, who do y'all think did the worst?
She definitely.
Oh, yeah.
You think she was the worst?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
She didn't even get the words right. Roseanne sucked ass too.
Yeah.
But at least she had the words. You know what I'm saying? She knew the words. Old girl didn't know the words at it. She be like,
I thought there was a close tie, but yeah.
She
guess
got
I
Roseanne
think
by
it's a
2
little bit-
points.
okay.
By 2 points.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They were neck and neck, but
Yeah,
she got it
I
by
was
2
like,
points.
No, she the worst because they were saying Fergie was the worst, on TV. And I was like, I don't think Fergie was the worst. So I said, let me go back and listen again.
Fergie was just out of tune.
What I say about Fergie? Fergie made it. What I say? She made it. She made it jazz / orchestra / blues format. That's how she made hers.
Yeah.
The old girl just she tore it up.
She said she going to rehab though, so everybody was like, congratulations.
I mean, I'm all for
that's
you
good.
going
That's
to
why I
rehab.
said that's good.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
She's a 4-time Grammy winner. And she just messed up that time. People are human. So they mess up.
She
Okay.
fucked up. She ain't messed up. She fucked up. I'm sorry.
That was a big one.
A big one.
Not
Yes.
kind.
Okay, so
Talking about me.
did anybody see I know you saw it, but did anybody here see This Is Me? The J-Lo movie. And did anybody see The Horse in the
So
Black?
you finally watched it.
No, I've been watched it, but I got watched it. So The Horse in the Black and
That was good. That was good.
This Is Me. So,
Okay.
I want to get y'all's comments here. Like, what were y'all thoughts on those 2 movies? Like, if you saw them.
Oh, I got this.
Okay, you go.
All right, so there was so much talk. See, I'm
which one?
I'm Latina, so let's go with the This Is Me first.
Okay.
All right, so there was so much talk about that movie and the understanding of how it was portrayed and what people didn't understand. I'm a big fan of J-Lo, by the way. So what she's telling her story in her eyes about, because J-Lo's been married I think there were 3 there was 3 marriages in the movie. So if you look at the characters that are portrayed in the movie, she's basically telling her life story about the men that she was with. So
I missed one though. I was a little confused about the black one.
yeah,
That's
Who was that?
Probably P. Diddy.
the
Okay.
Yeah.
Who you think
Yeah.
it was?
Where he,
Oh, they weren't married.
I mean, yeah, Latinos like chocolate too.
It's a relationship. No, but I'm just saying I was trying to figure out who the
Yeah,
chocolate one
yeah.
was, and I
We
was
gotta
like,
switch it up.
I'm
a
okay,
bit,
yeah.
'cause,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
So basically, I understood it. I understood it because I understand J-Lo. And now, Ben Affleck was in the movie, in the end of the movie too, and now whatever's going on with them. But she's basically telling the story of her life, her love life. And I like the part in the beginning of it because she tells an ancient Latin tale about the bird losing losing their love and then finding it at the end, and nobody sees whoever it is. So I think maybe she might do it to part 2 to that. But my portrayal of that, it's imprecise. I think it was excellent. It's actually imprecise, telling her story, her life story. So this is me. That's what it means. This is me. I didn't understand the flower, the rose petal, but I did understand after the fact.
Yeah.
In the movie, and she made it so good because there was a lot of action packed dancing. I think that she did a little bit more hip hop, which was awesome. I've seen her do a lot of movies. Now I think personally that if J-Lo did like she did okay with Hustlers, but she needs to push herself just a little bit more to get that Emmy. She needs to do something really gangster. Okay. Like really, she needs to come out of character for, like, if she wants to get up there. I mean, like, out of character, like totally gangster, something different. They need to see a different part of her.
Right.
But
she's not typecast.
Yeah. Now the other movie just so happened to come up the other day. I watched it.
You watched it? Okay.
Yeah.
Dressed in the black.
Yeah, and I will watch it again because I think she played an excellent. She did that role. Yeah. She absolutely did that role. She played the part of a vulnerable wife, in the situation where she's a PK's kid, and she wants to go biblical because she wants to go by what she knows to be true about marriage, and no matter how bad or abusive this man is, she wants to stand by his side. But it goes to show you, I'm just sitting there looking. I came out of a bad situation myself, and how how both men and women can get twisted in their mind in a relationship when they're possessed, or not possessed, but obsessed with the other person. You love me or you hate me. Love me, leave me alone. I hate you. I want to kill you. Type of situation. So that movie really, really, it really made me think. I'm like, wow. I've been married. I've been divorced before, and I was married for what? I was married for 10 years, and he divorced me. And then I kept on returning him to sender, and he kept on coming back. And someone told me, you got to change your address. I said, yeah, I finally did change my address, but divorce means divorce. You serve the papers, you said the papers. There's no getting back together after that. And then people have, some people do, but some like this guy in this movie, he wanted the divorce. She went and signed the papers, and then after the fact, here comes that possessed, obsessed insanity, that he has something to prove. Right. And he's trying to destroy her life when she's getting ready, when she, met another nice piece, and she's moving forward and she's doing her thing. Right. The audacity for him to be sitting down eating cereal when she just laid down with her new boy, and she walks down the steps. And she must have lifted weights for that movie. I don't know, to pick that big man up and throw him out the door and put him in the truck, the truck. She had a little bit of help, but I totally feel that. I totally feel where she was at and her position in that movie. And then I felt the other part too, the position of the man, because it takes
the husband or the other guy?
No, the husband, because You know, you got to think what goes through a man's mind.
His mother was his problem.
His
biggest problem.
bad upbringing,
Right.
because
Horrible upbringing.
yeah, because he had what 3 brothers, and he was all about his family, and just the disrespect there, you know, and that goes to show you in relationships too as well. You know what I'm saying? You're married to the person, but when you marry the person, you do marry into a family because the family comes with that person. So you got to deal, you know, but you got to learn how to deal and separate. So
Or do your research before.
exactly. But that was my take anyway. I'm sorry. All right. Give you some info.
See?
Thoughts
I
on
ain't
the
seen-
movies? You seen either one of them?
I ain't seen neither one of them.
Oh darn! You gotta do your homework.
I'm sorry.
Go. Yeah, did you see either one?
Just saw Divorce in the Black.
Okay. Your thoughts?
Like, just now. I was like, great, I got that movie. I started the J-Lo one like a few weeks ago, but it didn't work out.
A lot of people said that they didn't like the movie because they couldn't get through or past
musical.
the part that it was a musical.
Well, that's not a problem for me.
It's
I
a
like
musical.
musicals, and I like J-Lo.
But if you
I
listen
just
to the
didn't get
words
through
in the song, then you would. It's messages in the song. Okay, so you got to see Divorce in the Black today.
Because you know I'm all about Divorce in the Black.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, play it. Because I
Perfect.
seen somebody, they like, oh, it's a flop, it's this, that, and the third. I'm like, is it free?
Right.
Right. Okay, run it. So that was my good resting time today. I liked it though. I mean, Tyler's getting better. I liked it.
That's all you got to say. You
I
like
mean,
it?
it kept my interest.
Did anything stand out for you? Or anything you can relate to? How about
The
that?
dude like tripping because she signed the papers. You know what I mean? Like it's over, dude. Like it's over. I want her to shoot him like a long time ago. Like I hate that stuff. That's my life kinda right now. So it's like that's it. That's all I got. Okay, potato.
You know my favorite part in that movie,
What?
because I still haven't watched that movie with Eva.
Okay.
My favorite part was that she played that so smooth. She was like, "Yeah, I just got done." She's telling him on the phone,
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Oh baby girl, you bringing him in? You're bringing him in, like so, you know." And she's just sitting there chilling with her wine, like, "No, he's coming." She's like, "He's creeping." You know, she had a plan.
Right.
You know,
Prepare for what she knew was getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
Have her some drinks, get her mental together, so
Yeah.
she can
Give her some more
what's getting ready to
strength.
happen. Right.
I had him beat her up. Had it. She was like, "Now you just gave me what I needed to get rid of your ass."
Just got the cameras up.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Right.
So I mean,
It
it goes.
last a little while.
It goes to show you that women are strong. Men underestimate women too when it comes to situations like that.
Yes.
I just don't want my story to end up like that. You know, I don't want to keep speaking about it.
It's
You
cool,
know,
yeah.
I'm like,
Your story's
that
not
sounds,
gonna
that
end
looks
up
good
like
right there.
Maybe date along a couple years first.
That part. Okay. Your turn.
Oh, mine? Oh, well, for me, This Is Me movie, I enjoyed the movie because I knew she was pretty much telling the story about her truth. I respect her truth. I appreciate her truth. She didn't have to, but she did. My favorite movie still is Marry Me.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that movie.
Yeah,
You like that
that's still one of my favorites from her. When it come down to the Black Divorce, that was an awesome movie. Cause, yeah, excuse my language, but I would say this for sure. It did kind of make me feel some type of way because it's sad to know that there are a lot of good women that are in relationships like that. Or it's a lot of good men that's in relationships like that. And the worst part about it is she's so good to a point where she said when he got drunk, he was explaining what was going on, and she was like, "Baby, you gotta get some help. Come on, let's get some help." First off, not too many women nowadays is gonna be like, "Let's get some help."
I did it.
Let's.
I think a lot.
I mean, yeah, I said not too many women nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But I know you
I
get
think a lot of men are resistant
resisting, yeah,
to the help.
to the help too.
Especially black men.
Yeah, exactly. So when he sat there and said, "Oh, I ain't need no help," in my mind, the first thing I thought, "You dumbass, because you about to lose your woman." because she's trying to. You have somebody that's willing to help and want to help, and this is what you do because you mentally so effed up with your mother, because that's where it technically stem from, because your mother is effed up
Yeah.
from her issues that she dealt with as a child or whatever the case may be. So I always tell women, just like I tell men parents, if you are a female and you have a son, raise your son to be the man that you will want to have in your life. And vice versa for the men. Raise your daughters the way you want, if you're single and you wanted your wife to be a good whatever, raise your daughter the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like don't treat them like your wife or your husband, and don't do that, because you got a lot of people that do that too. That's not what I'm saying, y'all. No, don't get nasty. That's disgusting. But the point is, raise them to be good, moral standards, respect, the things that you didn't get or the things that you didn't have. But it was an awesome movie. I enjoyed it. I watched it twice, so it was cool. I still like Marry Me though, overall. That's all I'm saying. So
That's all I'm saying.
yeah, it's a reason why I like that movie. I love that movie. But yeah.
Let's go. Your thoughts on either movie or both movies?
I think it was a good movie by J-Lo. I think if it wouldn't have been a musical, it would have been boring. She's a very good singer, entertainer, and the first thing I thought about the dancing was In Living Colors.
Okay, because she was a fly girl. Now.
And I think The Voice in the Black was always about a broken, it's about a broken marriage. And a lot of time I think it happens a lot. You'll find a man or a woman that will marry someone and they fight to try to make that person a better person, but it's just not in them. See, wasn't nothing wrong with him, wasn't nothing wrong with her. They just didn't match. It was a woman for that type of guy. And it's a man for her. So I think we as people, we try to go against the grain. That, they had a bad upbringing and a bad this and that, so we're going to try to make them a better person. But they are who they are, so.
And they got to want to be a better person. At the end
That's
of the
my
day,
take on it.
Yeah, they got to want it. You can't want it more than them. That's the reality.
I agree with that 100%.
So I might love you, but a lot of people sit there and say, oh, well, if you love me, then you'll stay. If you love me, you'll fight for me. If you love me, blah, 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 blah. I done fought. I done stayed. I done did everything I need to do. Woman, at this point, I'm loving you from a distance. That don't mean I stop loving you. That does not mean that if something happened to you, I'm not going to feel some type of way or anything like that. That just means I have to love. Sometimes you just got to love people from a distance. It is what it is. Family, friends, lovers, it don't matter who it is.
Yeah. I think, besides what y'all said, for J-Lo's movie, This Is Me, the things that stood out for me, the first thing was the little girl in her dream. And the little girl and her telling her that she didn't love herself, basically. And I remember when I was doing this or whatever, and in the group, I remember going to this, I went to this, I don't know he's a chiropractor, but in the group, I remember him saying, name somebody that you trust in your life. Name somebody that you trust. And have y'all seen, how you put your hands up? I'm trying to think of the technical term for it, but you put your hands up and somebody tries to push it down. And if you're telling the truth, or if you believe what you're saying, they can't. They can't push your arm down. The resistance, they're not going to be able to. But if you don't believe what you're saying, then your resistance is not up. So that your arm keeps falling. I'm gonna find the name of it and then come back and tell y'all next week. Okay. But anyway, I was in the group, so I started, logically naming who sound good that I trust, and this was really like within the past 2 years. Who do I logically trust? So I started naming, and it wasn't a lot of people to name, but who I named, even my mother, my grandmother, I ain't trust them. You know what I'm saying? Evidently, some stuff happened in my life that what I thought, there is still some distrust there. So, as the man was asking me the questions, then tears are falling, you know, because I'm like, wow, I'm pretty fucked up. I don't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, then he was like, well, name somebody that you feel like you had like unconditional, that loved you unconditionally or just accepted you for you, or the last time that you felt happy or something. He asked me. Either what it came down to was when I had a next door neighbor, and she was some years older than me, but she had Down syndrome, and her name was Joycey. So a lot of the kids in the neighborhood didn't want to play with her because she had Down syndrome. So her mom, I used to go and sit on the porch with her and play with the toys, and her mom would say, "You gonna come have breakfast with her?" And I would tell the other kids, my regular self, "Don't be picking on, you know." So anyway, as I'm going through and he's asking me questions, for some reason, she came up in my head, but I haven't seen them since I was maybe 15, 16, something like that. And I was like, dang, I wonder if she's living. So anyway, I said her name. And when I said her name, that was the only person that I trusted from way back then. So it was like, wow, like, so in the exercise, it was like, somewhere along the way, you abandoned you.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
You abandoned you, and in abandoning you, you need to go back and pick up that little girl that you abandoned yourself in being savior to everybody else. So in the movie, it just reminded me of that.
Yeah,
That's the one thing that stood out for me. And then the music was, I liked the music. I liked the part with the heart and the flower, the rose petals, because basically like she was feeding herself back love, her heart back love to bring her back to life. So I enjoyed that part of it. So I'll leave that. The rest of it y'all done talked about. So you know it was about her life. Divorce in the Black. What stood out to me the most, because I've been married and divorced several times, about like J-Lo. So what I don't like, what I did like in the movie, I liked that her mom, although her mom wasn't responsible, I like that her mom could relate to her, and her mom could say, where did I go wrong? Because oftentimes as parents, because I was always told I was the strong one, I was the one that could, I'm gonna be all right. But sometimes you're strong, you know, they still need help too. Yeah. They still need, they still tired, they still need encouragement and all that. So as a parent, I can relate, because sometimes with your kids, you just think they know. Or you think, you know, or you hope they got it. I have not been in a physically abusive relationship. But I know church and religion messes up a lot of people, and they stay in relationships, and I was the one that eventually had enough sense to get out of relationships. Right. And I told the church people, well, you marry them if they're so good.
Sound like me.
So for me, she stayed because she saw her parents stay together for so long. I get that. But the type of love, just like her dad, what stood out was the conversation her dad had with her, and how I showed your mama love, and how I take care of your mom, and how I protect your mom, and how I blah, 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 blah. I think religion and tradition oftentimes makes us betray ourselves.
Correct.
And in betraying ourselves, we stay for the sake of religion, because you're supposed to get married, death do you part, better or worse, you know, mama them did it, grandma they stayed forever, you know. And a lot of times back then, they ain't had no choice, because they couldn't get no job, they couldn't be self-sufficient. Those women stayed because that was all they could do. And they couldn't choose themselves. Where in my brain, that's just what stuck out. Like, it stood out that as good of a man as her father was, she tried it. What stood out to her more was trying to be like her mother, and just stay and be this great wife, although her husband couldn't stand and touch her father in any way, looks like.
At all.
So when we lose ourselves in relationships is what, you know what I'm saying, what stood out to me, and it was heartbreaking. Because so many women do lose themselves, not only in their marriages, but as moms, as wives, you know. So those are the things I would say, besides the regular, you know, like, yeah. I think she did a great job in telling him to come to the house and sending the picture, priming him. And him hurting her parents is what made her snap back to herself even more, I feel like. So I think that was great. And I do like the part when the mom told the dad that we were on our period. I thought that was really funny. Yeah, that was really funny. And he knew to just back off. And how moms, another thing, moms protect, like moms, you as a woman, let me say that, as a woman, that's because all men aren't like that. I think women, as women, you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? You have to know how to use wisdom and be strategic in how you deal with your man, how you deal with your children, how you run interference in situations. I think that's I don't think all women have it, but I think we could have it. Let me say that. I think that's a gift that we could have. So those are the things that
Everybody got it, just don't use it.
Right. So those are the things that stood out to you. You want to say something else?
Yes, I was going to say something else.
Okay.
My take on it, I think by her having a balanced parent, I think the difference is from the old days, the men provided everything for the woman, even though they might have messed up, did things, you know, but they wasn't abusive to the woman. These guys today and in that movie, they are abusive. They don't have any room to wiggle. You know, everything about them is bad. So why should a woman work through it or try to mend everything when it's been bad since day one? And I think so. A lot of time, a female needed to see her mother being loved. And, you know, a lot of people say a boy needs his daddy. I think a girl needs a daddy more than an actual male. A boy needs to see a male for, you know, to know the man roles. But a girl needs to see how a man treats a woman so she'll know what to accept and what not to accept. And
some women do have men and they see bullshit, and that's why they accept that too. So it's
right.
Not
So
always
it's
the daddy a good father.
no, you can have a bad daddy and they think that's the way a woman's supposed to be treated. But if you have a good father, they would tend to, they might go astray, get a knucklehead or two, but the foundation is there, and you can't start once they get grown saying I didn't raise you that way. You got to instill it as a little girl, as a little boy, about values, about relationships and family. So a lot of times, these girls, when they meet these knuckleheads, a lot of time, to me, it's a reflection on the father. It's not a reflection on the mother. Because no mother want that. I mean, the daddy don't want it either, but the daddy didn't step up to give her a better example. So she made a bad decision because the father didn't do his part of showing her how he treat her mother. So that's it. I'm dropping the mic.
Thanks for chocolate.
Okay. Well, okay. So some mamas are bad examples too, though.
Yeah, I think both.
No.
Sometimes both parents are bad examples.
Yeah,
the mother,
because some
father,
moms accept the
or both.
bullshit and
You know,
it's ratchet.
right? You can have the mother and the father in the household, and both of them toxic. So you don't know which way to go.
Right.
But you know, I feel like, well, back in our day, we had a lot of good, positive TV shows, positive movies that can, at least if you take time to watch them, you can learn from them. You really can if you really want to learn. You know what I'm saying? And really want to do the work. And then on top of that, you got a choice at the end of the day to say, hey, I don't want the same type of lifestyle my family had. I want something different. Or you can say, well, this is what I'm used to, so I'm going to stay there. That's a sorry ass excuse.
I did like the Bertrand mama on the part where
Of course you did.
y'all know I'm the boy mama. So anyway, I did like
What, when she told him to get the body out?
get the body.
Boy,
Like,
that
we
took
don't want
me.
shit.
That
We
was
don't
that
want
was
your
done.
shit.
She took
Keep
the
your-
dress
keep-
out.
Yeah.
Boy,
So that's what I
she-
said. I did
take the
say,
body
get
out.
Get
Take
your
the
brother.
body out.
We don't want nothing. We
Right.
don't want no handout. So I did like that part.
That was fun.
And I did like, you know, I do tell mine to stick together. Now I'm not crazy like her, but I do, you know, the basic. You know, I think it was a bit much, but stick it together. And I don't need get my boy. You know what I'm saying? We don't need your handouts
I
because you
think
think you need a vote.
Yeah, I do definitely think that the preacher, pastor, whatever y'all want to call him, he was completely out of line. He didn't have to. Everybody knew. I mean, everybody in the town already knew.
Oh, yeah. That
So
was-
what
Yeah.
was the point in adding
The
on? Like
eulogy.
we already knew. You know what I'm
He
saying?
had the
Like
funeral,
just
damn.
use the funeral,
Right.
bro. You know, so that's something he's gonna have to repent for because that wasn't his job to do that.
No,
But how many preachers do that though?
A lot
Out
of
of
You would
the
be
pulpit,
surprised.
right.
A lot
That's
of
what I'm
them.
saying.
Yeah.
They beat you up
They
over
beat
the
you
pulpit,
down
across
through the
the
pulpit.
That
Y'all
was
wonder
just a
why I wasn't
conviction.
raised in church.
That one conviction, he was inappropriate.
How the pastor was inappropriate for what he said to the family.
That was
But why
inappropriate.
do people go to? That's funny y'all said that. And I was just talking with a group of friends. Why do preachers bury some of these young cats today and go and at the funeral they say, "Well, God don't call them home."
He didn't say that.
But he didn't
Ain't
say
what he
that.
said.
He didn't use those words, but you telling a lie.
Yeah, you don't. I wouldn't ever.
He didn't. He
as
said he
a
lived reckless. He said you live
So
by
he
the sword,
told
you
the
die
truth.
by the sword. He told the truth.
yeah,
So
he told the truth.
He did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he did what he's supposed to do. It's still at the end of the day,
It was
it's all
no
about
tact.
the deliverance. It's
Right.
about tactics. You know what
Uh,
I'm saying?
Your
Because
boy went
you
out
got
there
you got to
robbing somebody,
understand
so
that
he shot dead.
Yeah, at
And
the
if
end,
he
at
had,
the end
like,
of the
out the
day,
pulpit-
at the end of the day, he is a pastor. So there is a certain standard that
That's a
he has to
shepherd.
stand. You can still, because every time I'm on this mic, I be honest, brutally 90% of the time. But I'm still tactful and mindful of what I say and how I say it, because I know for certain that however I say it and what I say, my face expression is going to tell everything. So I might as well just be honest, be upfront, and that's what he was doing. He was being honest, being upfront, but he was kind of being a little nasty with it. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, he was the father-in-law.
Yeah, he
So
was
that's
being
why-
he was being real nasty
Got
with it.
his
He could have just said, you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You know, everybody know what he has done here. Pray that God forgive him. Amen. And keep it moving. You know, could
So
have
do
been a
y'all
short
think that,
eulogy.
do y'all think that as fathers, let me say men, do y'all think that if it was your woman and your daughter and your wife read the letter with, you know, with everything that your daughter had endured, do you think that you would want your wife to tell you? Or do you think your wife should keep it to herself like the mom did on there?
I think the mom was a mom.
The mom was trying to keep structure and peace.
Right. So I'm saying, as a man, though, would you would have wanted to know what was on that letter, or everything that happened, or
See,
that
all
only
the
your
time-
woman know?
Only time a man gonna want to know if he see the letter. If he don't see the letter, he don't care about the letter. The letter don't
You
exist.
seen how you see how
I said that she was strategic, blah 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 blah. So we get that part. I'm asking y'all if y'all have daughters.
So
if
I
you
would
have
say this.
children,
Okay.
Would you want to have seen what was on the letter, or would you have just wanted your woman, or the mother, the wife, to keep that to herself? Because clearly he went ballistic when he grabbed the
And she
wife's
knew that.
arm. And
That's
she
the
knew
reason
he
why she
would.
did that,
But I'm
yeah.
saying, as a father, if you had children or have children, as a man, would you want to know if a man was abusing your daughter?
I would say I would definitely want to know, but at the
Yes.
same time, it wouldn't be.
What you say, Jordan?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend telling me, but I would want to know because I know for certain if I find out that you knew, and it's months down the line, and then you know it comes out, I'm gonna be upset that you didn't tell me.
What if your daughter wound up dead?
Right, that's the point of
Disabled.
my best recommendation is for you to tell me because, yeah, I need to know. I need to know. Like my stepdaughter, for example, and I won't forget it. She was in the 7th grade, I think. And the way I raised her like a lady, like a little princess, but at the same time, little thug princess too. Cause you gotta have, I'm sorry.
Kind of like
Balance.
Yeah, you gotta have that balance. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, I came home for lunch one day, and I was like, I said, "What you doing? What you doing home?" She said, "Oh, I got suspended." I said, "Oh, okay. What you get suspended for?" She said, "I punched this little boy in the face." I said, "Well, damn, what did he do?" Because she's not just going to hit you just because. And she said, "Well, he tried to kiss me. So I did exactly what you told me to do, and I punched him in the face." I said, "Very good."
Right.
She said, "Am I in trouble?" I said, "No, you're not."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but when she did something else she had no business doing, her mama made sure that I did not know.
Right.
Because she knew I was gonna whoop her ass at that point. Because you doing stuff you ain't got no business doing.
Right.
So
So she was being a mom.
yeah, she was being a mom. So you kind of gotta choose your battles. Reality when it
Right.
come down to parenting, whatever, you gotta choose your battles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's what
I
I said,
definitely
she
still
did.
want to know though.
Okay, would y'all rather have high heels super glued to your feet
What the hell?
or have a fedora hat super glued to your head?
Give me the fedora.
Hat.
What would you choose?
The hat.
What? I know you would choose heels. I would choose heels.
Of course you are.
We close. Of course. Yeah, that's a good.
I can't sleep with a hat on.
True.
I can't lay down with a hat like I want to.
I
With my
can.
heels, I can throw the cover over me and I can still just sleep with it. And the heels just hang off the bed.
You know what? You ain't that tall. You know, for your heels to be hanging up.
That's
Okay.
what I'd rather the heels. I don't want the hat. Hat, I like my to be free. Like, you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I
That's
do
how
too.
be.
So in my mind, I probably cut it a little round a little bit,
I ain't
so I can get some
free.
air going through. You know what I'm saying? Got to be able to breathe though.
Okay, if it was a book or a movie, would you rather read the book or watch the movie?
Oh man, that's a good one. I say read the book.
Read the book because more detail, but watch the movie for the action.
I'm watching the movie. I got a lot of stuff to do.
Would you rather read the book or watch the movie?
Watch the movie.
I would say watch the movie. I like reading books, but as busy as my life is, there are a lot of books I start that I don't get to complete.
I would say
And I think the movie would make me, if it's that good, would make me want to
wanna
go
read
back
the
to the
book.
book.
That's
Right.
So I would probably listen to the book.
I listen to the book.
I ain't able to see it, so
Yeah, I do listen to
shit,
audio
I'm
books.
being honest. So I would listen to the book, but I would
I'm sorry,
definitely watch-
reading. Would you
I'm,
read?
I'm not able to. I just said,
Oh,
Bree.
okay.
You know, now if the letters weren't in different color, then
Okay.
yeah, I could definitely read it. But the letters are currently in black right now,
Okay.
so it's not like in a blue, a light blue, cause it can't be a dark blue.
Right.
You know, I'm contrast blind,
Okay.
so
I do listen to audiobooks in the
Yeah,
car. That's
so
how
I
I get
listen
through a lot
to
of
audiobooks.
stuff.
Yeah,
For
I do
cleaning
too.
up, I
Yeah.
get to listen to audiobooks and I get through books like this by
Yeah,
listening.
so-
My mom did teach me that.
I do audio and then I watch the movie as well, cause I
Okay.
love action movies. So yeah.
Okay. Would you rather, when you're traveling, would you rather sit next to a crying baby that never stops, or would you rather sit by someone that is coughing that never stops coughing?
Oh, give me the baby.
Give me the baby.
Give me the baby.
Me too.
Yeah, the baby gonna eventually stop. You talking about never stop? That baby gonna stop at some point.
While you're traveling, though.
Yeah,
on
it's
travel.
okay. It's okay. Roll down the window. You'll be
Yeah, I
all
would
right.
say the baby.
Okay, you can
crying.
put it. You can turn the music on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that coughing.
Yeah, that grosses me out.
But look, let me tell you.
What
I got
would you rather,
OCD
coughing
too.
or the baby?
I have to go with the baby.
Okay. Michelle, coughing or the baby? Roscoe, coughing or the baby?
I'm
The
probably gonna
baby.
get off at the next stop.
Because you listen to his it turn into music to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather? Would you rather hear what people would say about you at your funeral, or would you rather hear how your mom describes you to her friends?
The funeral.
I would rather the funeral.
Yeah, funeral.
I know what my mama gonna say about me, so I
Yeah,
don't
Right.
like I
Right. So yeah,
I've been
definitely
the
the
same
funeral.
for all my life. I came out like this.
I had to think about that one for a minute.
Don't do that.
Your funeral? Okay. Roscoe, the funeral or your mom, how she describes you?
I would say the funeral.
Okay, so we all got like minds. Okay, y'all, let's look at our culture tags today. All right, I'm gonna show y'all just for a second. Y'all Instagram people, y'all ain't gonna see it. But let me see. Okay, the first culture tag is a song. Well, let me show these Instagram people so they don't feel left out. And the Facebook people, they can't see it either, can they, y'all? Dang. Y'all know I am extra to some people. To me, I'm just me. I gotta wait till I can see it on here. I'm looking on this Facebook. Y'all could be guessing. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see it good. Either way,
Every week.
can y'all see it? It get worse every week. I don't know if y'all can see. But the first one is a song.
Before I let go.
Yay! She got it. Ding, 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 ding. I need sound
It just
effects.
hit me.
B-I-L-G. Before I let go.
It's the Black
Okay.
Anthem.
Then the next one is Daily Saying. Let me think of a hint. It's a question. So we're walking around the store or the neighborhood or whatever, and we can say here. We'll say here instead. We're here,
Okay.
and then you bump into somebody, and it's like,
Oh,
No,
do I know you from somewhere?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, do I know you? I'm like,
I
that's
know you
fast.
from somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, do I know you from
that's
somewhere?
that one. Okay, family and friends. This one is DMMEYIFO.
Oh, hell no.
Why?
Don't even worry about it. That's gibberish.
I know, yeah. I wanted to make it hard.
Don't
Okay.
make me.
That's right.
Don't make me.
This is something your mama would say to you.
My mama doesn't say half of what y'all be saying, so.
Yes, your mama was your grandmama. Your grandmama
Mama,
said it to
I'm
your mama.
telling you, well, they probably
not
said it to
bad
you, but I
words.
but I wouldn't know. You like,
Look at this. You said, don't make me.
don't make me eat your.
No.
No. This is-
Okay, so you're a child. You're out and about, and your parents tell you to do something or not to do something. And then your parent says, don't make me. Don't make me.
It's not. Don't make me elaborate.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I said you're out. Huh?
Even?
You're out with your friends. Y'all out with family. You're in public. And your parents say, don't make me. All right now, don't make me. It would be that song.
Yeah, my mama would say.
All right now, don't make me.
What's the answer, woman?
Don't make me embarrass you in front of your friends.
Oh no, I didn't get that. Sorry.
I didn't get that either. I mean, I've heard it. I've heard
Somebody
it.
done heard it in
I've
here.
heard
I mean, I've heard it before, but you said my
Okay.
mom, so I'm
I'm
thinking
trying
what
to
she
say
said.
an elder, or, you know.
Yep. she-
Okay, so a movie.
I didn't-
Film or movie. And it has a lot of black men in it.
Oh hell.
It's a singing group. A movie with a lot of black men, singing group.
Singing group, you got Temptation, you got the Whisperers, you got
5 Heartbeats.
Five
Come
Heartbeats.
on. It's from the 5 Heartbeats, I think.
okay. So
And one of the singers says it to the other singer.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yeah.
I just saw this today.
Yeah.
I saw this today.
Good job! Woo, woo, woo. We made it through.
Yes, it was stressful.
Yay!
Sweating over here.
All right. Y'all are awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay. 50-50 in a relationship. That's what we left off last week.
Oh.
We gotta be
Is
talking about
there a
relations.
such thing as 50-50 in a relationship?
No.
And what does that look at? Some of us saw it on Instagram, this little clip or whatever, from Pastor
No such
Kevin. Okay, so is there a such thing as a fair split and 50-50 in a relationship? And if so, what does that look like? And what does that mean?
No.
What show was that? What movie was that in? Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. What movie was that?
Temptations.
Temptations. Sorry. Sorry.
That's why I was like 5 heartbeats. That don't sound.
Temptations. Look, Marcus.
Ain't nobody come to see you.
Okay, Temptations. Go. Okay, so 50-50.
He was on it. You gotta say the answer, then
Nope.
why? That's what she.
No, there's no such thing as 50-50 in a relationship.
Correct. I agree.
Okay. So
And-
do y'all remember the video I sent y'all, the clip?
Yes.
Yes.
So ad-lib the video, the clip first.
I'd say, like she said, you're all. There's no 50-50 in a relationship.
Okay, so the clip said, if you're all, Pastor Keon, right? If you're all, I sent it to y'all. So sometimes you're all today, shut up. Your all today might be 20%, right?
Right.
And your man, y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember. I mean, you know.
Okay, so
Still, we
Refresh
still,
my memory.
so your man,
still don't agree.
so your man, it goes back to whatever your 100% is. So I'm
Okay.
saying, is that what you're saying? Like, what do you agree with? 50-50 or what?
I,
What's your
like you just
elaboration?
said, that was a very valid point. You said today your 100% might be 20%.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. your
So,
answer.
but that's all I might need. So that long as we still batting 100, it doesn't matter if it's 5, 6, 7, 35, 45, 37. As long as we meet the 100 goal, that's a good.
So, over here, 50-50. What's y'all thoughts? Is there such thing? Is there a fair split in a relationship?
I agree with Roscoe.
You said you agree with Roscoe?
Yes.
Okay. You too?
Yeah, I definitely agree
I
with
mean,
Roscoe.
it has to be that way if you're in a relationship. Unfortunately.
I mean, because
She said, unfortunately.
there's gonna be times your partner's gonna bring 50, you're gonna bring 50. That's the 100. There's gonna be times they're gonna have the 80, and
Yo, we cool
you
with
might
that.
have the 20.
I mean, we just can't.
You know what I'm
be-
saying?
I can't always have 80. Or
Yeah.
You can't always have 80. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
We just-
can't be
if
an
it's
all in
balanced
all.
out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it has to be balanced. It has to be balanced. There's no ifs and buts about it. It
Okay,
cannot.
so are we talking about relationship stuff, period, or are y'all talking about financially? What are we saying?
See, now that I was just about to get
Because
to that
some
because
people
some
think-
people sit there and say, "Oh, well, it's a financial thing,"
Right.
but the reality is, okay, let's just say the man comes with a car, a house, a job. He comes with everything, and
Right.
so does she. So that's y'all 50-50. That's total 100, right? But let's just say hypothetically, she loses her job. So now you're looking at 730 give and take because she probably might get what's the thing?
Unemployment, have somebody
Thank
put
you,
up
thank you. She might get unemployment, then again she might not. That's a chance. You know what I'm saying? So now you're looking at 730. Now, let's just say hypothetically that, and he gonna support. He gonna make sure she come back up.
Some
and-
will.
Some. Yeah. I'm definitely ain't talking about all.
Right.
But someone would definitely help her out, get back on her feet, this, that, and third, because he want to see her win. That's the whole objective. But then you also have a flip side. So the flip side is, let's just say it's the other way around, where he loses his job or this, that, and the third. She started off supporting, but after that second or third week, you might got some problems going on. Not all women, but some. So, because there's a financial barrier. Now, he might sit there, he might cook, he might clean, take care of the kids, take care of the house. He might do everything else, but financially, right now, he's currently don't have a job. So, he's still, to me, he's still bringing in that 50-50. He's just not financially
Right.
bringing in that 50-50. You know what I mean? So, it just
And
depends
how
on...
many people are okay with that? That's what I'm
Right,
saying
yep.
in relationships.
In
like
relationships.
the 50-50.
Mhm.
Because 50-50 to me is more than just financial. Because even if you go back to the movie
Which one?
with the Megan Good,
Okay.
Divorce in the Black. Clearly the wife seemed like she was a homemaker.
She was, yeah.
Or if you look in some households, men don't want their woman to be out.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? So that's why the question came up with the financial. Like, what are we saying in 50-50? Because some people feel like I'm the provider, I'm going to do this, and your 50% is keeping the house. Your 50% might be doing the kids or whatever. So I'm saying, what does 50-50 mean? And is there really ever a fair split? And on the clip that I sent y'all, it basically said what I said, that today I might have 5%
That's
and you
correct.
got 95%. And we're talking about whether it's cooking, whether it's cleaning, whether it's the conversation, whether it's the money. And next week you might have 20% and I have the 80. And then
Correct.
tomorrow I might have 75 and you got 25. Like he said, as long as it comes together, then is that what you believe, or do you believe that there is a such thing as 50-50 equal split in relationships? Because you do hear some people that say, no, I want an equal split, half for everything, half for the lights, half for the gas, half for the water, half for the car, half for the half, and if I can't get that, then it ain't gonna work.
Okay, so in my mind, bitch, bye.
Okay.
Like, for real, because at the end of the day, I could bring all of that to the table, and at the end of the day, you're still gonna do what you want to do, regardless if I bring everything to the table or not. You understand? Because it's not just about money. Because if I'm feeding you spiritually, emotionally, physically, sexually, you got everything else except for the finance. At some point, you got to be willing to work with. But if you're not willing to work with, then don't have the expectation for somebody to work with you.
Right.
That's just my look on it. But bye. Yeah, I have zero tolerance. You can go and I'll be cool. Because at the end of the day, you can be here and, like, okay, I'm going to take one of my relationships, for example. She didn't work for 6 years.
Okay.
Literally. All she had to do was take care of the house. She did just that. You know what I'm saying?
So that was her 50%.
That was her 50%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was cool with that. I was, because she wanted to go to school to be a nurse. I'm going to support any and everything that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But don't take my kindness for weakness, and don't take me for granted. And I'm quick to tell any female, whatever you do, whatever it is you're doing, don't let it bite me in my ass, because if it do, it's going to hurt you 10 times more than it's going to hurt me. I was hurt behind the situation, but at the same, I mean, we still cool to this day. But I loved her enough to let her go, so she can go be with that 20% that she thought was gonna be that 80%, and she got over there and found out it was just sand. It wasn't even sand. You know what I'm saying? It was just there.
Like I say, the grass look green on the other side when you on this side, but when you go over there in that grass, you're gonna realize this shit in that grass. You just familiar with this shit over here. You thought it wasn't gonna be no shit over there. Shit in both grass.
Right, and
what shit you want to deal with?
Yeah, and my whole thing is when she finally called and had that conversation with me, and she apologized. She was like, I apologize. We were together for 6 years, and I didn't have to do anything. And we argued only once. Y'all wasn't even together for a whole 2 years before y'all arguing every day, every other day. You weren't used to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And
You gotta say that on the mic. They didn't hear you.
I said grass ain't greener on the other side.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Some
perfect.
people got red dirt in their yard.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm not perfect by far. And I tell anybody, I'm not perfect. Don't have that expectation. As a matter of fact, do me a favor. Don't give me an expectation. Only thing you should expect from me is to be me, whatever that is, whatever that look like. I'm gonna be upfront and honest about it, and vice versa. So.
I was just talking to somebody earlier, and they said that people like to play with fire, and then they get burnt. So, and I'm personally going through a situation like that.
Yeah.
You know, where they are playing with fire, literally playing with fire, and I'm a God-fearing woman, so you know I pray, and I really believe that I don't believe in karma. But I'm learning to. I just seen a TikTok video not too long ago, and she made me, you know, one of those TikToks that you scroll through and make you laugh. And she was like, sis, let the Lord handle it. Let the Lord handle it, because you going to jail, bitch. If you put your hands on it, you going to jail, bitch. So you know, and you gotta learn through situations. You know, there's situations that will take you out of your character from who you know yourself to be. So you gotta be real.
Out of your character, or is it who you are? You just
That's
put
the
them in a
other side
box.
of you.
Right. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. 'Cause
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I embrace
That's just
all
the
of
other
it.
side
All
of
that
you.
is
Yeah.
I mean, I could brace my anger just like anybody else, but you know, there's a way to keep it leveled and toned down.
That I would like
Control
to.
it. You,
That
Yeah.
I would
you
like
have
to,
to know how to
right.
control it. It's
Yeah,
all about
yeah,
control.
yeah.
So
But there are times that in our humanness,
Mm.
y'all remember that song Legacy, The Pieces of Me? All of it's me, right? All of it's me. It's just at some time I'm more refined than I am other times. There's other times that you might push some buttons and you're gonna meet the other side of me or another part of me or another part of me. So is it taking me out my character or is it I'm not
Just bring
showing
the
up
other
as
side
my
of you.
best self? I'm not showing up as I want to show up.
I always
However,
warn you.
all of it's me.
I always warn you.
For me.
hey,
All of it's me.
this for Michelle. Michelle, so if you was cussing him out, how would you say it in Spanish? Like if you was telling him to get it, if you was telling him to get his ass
can't
out the
with you
house
right now.
and don't come back.
Vete pa carajo, pendejo.
That's the one.
No, that is not it. That's not
That
it.
is.
Vete pa carajo. Yeah.
No, you said it with too much. You said it like so laid back.
Okay.
She's
well,
trying
Say it
to
with
be
anger.
nice. Not with anger.
I don't know. Do you want me to say it with anger? Or do you want me to say it like
Trying to bring that side
like
out.
vete pa carajos? I said it with lingo. There's a lot of ways you can say
It's
it in
yeah,
Spanish.
bad words.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of bad words you can say. Vete pa carajo,
yeah.
cabrón.
I think I'm
Cabrón is not a good one.
not- Okay. She doesn't tell us off the air because she, you know,
Kristen.
yeah. That's okay.
Christian woman.
I think it's a good topic. We're gonna see how long we can go.
Well,
Last
I
week-
would-
go
I
ahead,
would-
what was you gonna
I
say?
would say real quick for me when you said something about the other side, I believe in wanting a person before the
Me too.
self-destruction. So basically, I would tell you, yo, there's a side of me you don't want to meet. So my best recommendation is for you to stay on the right side. There's only one person out of 45 years of me living that met that other side. And she provoked that other side to come out. And I did everything. When I say everything, everything in my powers not to. And then, yeah, that other side came out and that was it.
I wouldn't say I have other side, but I do warn you. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
I
now
warn you, yeah.
It ain't the other side. It's just
Another part of me.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, pump your brakes. You're doing a bit much, you know, like that. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So it was another clip that was put on our group that said men always have options, and it doesn't matter his age. It doesn't matter how he looks. It doesn't matter. Da, 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 da. So when women say that they don't do this, they don't cook, they don't clean, they come with kids, they come with baggage, they try to get other women to bash men, they're broken, they washed up. This was in the clip. I'm not saying this isn't, they done lost their dignity, have no self-worth. They say they are the prize and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so do the people in the room believe that that only men have options and that only men the age doesn't matter and only men have all the options? Remember the girl Megan Good said she's 40 years old, she gave him the best years of her life and she felt like she was washed up, you know what I'm saying, basically. So, but this clip, it was a young girl. The girl looked like she was about 10 on this clip that was trying to get, I guess trying to school the women, but she don't like she had much
can I
experience
answer?
when she was trying to straighten the women and basically saying men got options while y'all girls. Da, da,
But a
da,
lot
da.
of women do feel like the men do or does have more options than the women. They do feel like that.
The girl said it. Right.
Yeah, I come across a lot of females, especially at my job.
I don't want to be Trump no more.
They whole
So,
thing.
get hot.
They whole thing was like the men do have more options because they don't care what they date or mess with or fool around with, whereas women do care. They care what he looks like or something. Not all. I'm not saying. But they care what he looks like, his age, and what he have and what he don't have. Because technically, mentally, y'all was actually groomed that way, in a sense.
On that clip, though, she said that men have options because
You want me to play the clip?
if you can. So you got and see the girl. So it's to me it sounds like she was saying y'all women need to get it together because men have more options. She was saying that men have more options than y'all. So y'all need to get it together while y'all think y'all this. So I'm saying, do y'all believe that? Because we had this conversation before that women don't care about what y'all look like. So that's why y'all got more options. If you know what I'm saying? Because typically if you a man, because on the clip the girl said it don't matter their age, right? Then we're going to break it down. It don't matter their age. It don't matter your age because she ain't with you because you cute. She ain't with you because you fine. She ain't with you, right. You get what I'm saying? So you do have options. There are a lot of women, even a lot in my family that, you know, there were some women that were told, it's better, my great grandmother told the women, it's better to be an old man's darling than a young man's fool. So age don't matter. You know, if he gonna take care of you, he gonna be good to you. It don't matter about the looks. It don't matter about how fat he is, his stomach.
So I have a question. When I hear this word "take care of" a lot, and everybody just is fixated and or stuck on finances.
Right, and we're talking about I was giving an example of what old school taught us.
Yeah. I got that part, but I'm talking about it. Yeah,
that.
I know, but in present day, everything is you take care of me, but you're talking about only financial.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
basically what you're saying, I can give you $100 a week. I took care of you, and I go do whatever the fuck I want to do, or I can sit there and pay all the bills. It's because I took care of you. I took care of the house, so that's take care of you, right?
Not me,
but I can still go whore around.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But you don't need no
said
spending
a man
time.
gonna be a man.
Yeah, you don't need no quality time. You don't need no spending time. Yeah, you don't
long
need.
as he pay the bills.
Yeah, as long as he pay the bills. Yeah, and it's like
old school
that's
teach
the
that.
dumbest shit I ever
agree.
heard in my life.
I agree. Oh, Harold on here. Harold said, "That's right. Stay on my right side." Yes, there is at least two sides to us, the good and the evil. And Harold said, "Yes, please play the clip."
Okay, I'm gonna play the clip.
What's up,
Show
Lynn?
them the girl. We miss you, Harold.
What's up, Lynn?
And Joey.
What's up, Joe?
They can see y'all on. This is facing y'all.
I'm playing the clip.
Okay.
We playing the clip.
Finer, fitter.
He can find a younger, finer, fitter.
But they wasted all their time telling all these good men, oh no, you're not my type, and I need a man that's gonna do all this stuff for me. You too broke for me. Y'all brag about the fact that y'all don't cook. You brag about the fact that you're not cleaning for nobody. You brag about the fact that you're selfish. You brag about all these things that are contrary to what a man wants. What happens is they start approaching that wall. Once they are approaching that wall, or once they hit it, they already got kids. They're not in their prime anymore. And then they get frustrated. They try to convert other women and try to convince other women that they also don't need men because now they no longer qualify. Now what are you left with? You're broken, used, washed up, your self-worth, your dignity, all of that done gone. Now what you gonna do? You love talking about yourself and you can do bad all by yourself and it's all about me and because I'm the prize. Where are your results then? If you're the prize, who the prize winner? If you're the prize, where is the collector of the prize? It don't matter how old a man gets, he's always gonna have options. Younger, finer, fitter, willing, but they wasted all their time telling all these good men, oh no, you're not my type, and I need a man that's gonna do all this stuff for me. You too broke for me. Y'all brag about the fact that y'all don't cook. You brag about the fact that you're not cleaning for nobody. You brag about the fact that you're selfish. You brag about all these things that are contrary to what a man wants. What happens is they start approaching that wall. Once they are approaching that wall, or once they hit it, they already got kids. They're not in their prime anymore. And then they get frustrated. They try to convert other women and try to convince other women that they also don't need men because now they no longer qualify. Now what are you left with? You're broken, used, washed up, your self-worth, your dignity, all of that done gone. Now what you gonna do? You love talking about yourself and you can do bad all by yourself and it's all about me and because I'm the prize. Where are your results then? If you're the prize, who the prize winner? If you're the prize, where is the collector of the prize?
Okay, so y'all's thoughts. This is a part of our homework.
Wow.
So this is my take
I
on
know I
it.
get homework.
This is my take. A lot of time, I'm the one that posted it on the Candid CoEd
Okay.
group, where a lot of time women that are taught, get your education, get your career. You know, if you have a kid, have him by a good guy. You know, y'all raise them and whatnot. But if it don't work out, you're smart enough and educated, and you got a 6-figure job. You don't really need a man. Well, once you get old, things you realize that you need a mate. And for as a man, most men are taught to be independent. Most men cook and clean for themselves and provide for themselves. So men tend to in that area tend to have a nonchalant attitude about, well, I could take it or leave it. I don't have to have somebody. And so women feel like a biological clock is ticking. By a certain time, you should be settled. You should be established. Men don't live like that. So I think that's the difference. And the society put pressure on females to have a husband, have a family. You're not a good woman if you're not, you know, you don't have kids and you don't have a mate, a husband. Whereas a man is not taught that. Man, you ain't got no kids. A lot of men say, man, that's good. You lucky. A lot of men say, you ain't married. Man, you lucky. So it's not delivered to men that the things that women are concerned about is a bad thing. But a lot of times women feel like if they haven't reached a certain things by a certain age, they golden years are gone. A man look at it, as long as I'm living, I'm still golden. Whether they meet a young woman and can't do nothing with her, just the idea he get to play. He might not be able to please her, but hey, he had fun playing around.
Spending quality time.
Right.
So
But
do both men and women have options?
I feel like everybody have.
I think men. I think because of male attitude, a man have more options than women. Because women attitude tend to be kind of rough and brass. It's almost depends on the timing and the date. Like for instance, you can meet a man for the first time and be smooth sailing. A woman, you got to fill her out, depending on what mood she is and what's going on.
What you say? You ain't lying.
Listen, let me tell y'all. I understand we all have trauma or had trauma, been through stuff, we've been through a lot of shit throughout our life. But it's not the other person's job to fix you. It's not the other person's job to make you happy. That's not their job. They're only there to enhance your happiness or to help you, but you have to be willing to take the help and willing to do the work. Work is just not a 9 to 5 or a 12 to 12 or I'm working so I get paid financially. Working is mentally. Working is emotionally. Working is most definitely spiritually. If it ain't anything else, I don't know. Y'all rock with the religions. I rock with the spiritual. That's work. And that's what men supposed to do. We supposed to do the work on the spiritual aspect. And when we doing our job on the spiritual aspect, then he's gonna give us everything we need on the mental, emotionally, physical aspect of the humanity or the human side. But for some reason, some women, because I don't like putting people in boxes, miss that mark somewhere. You get what I'm saying? And it goes back to childhood. It goes back to their life experiences. But it's the same thing for men. I'm not saying, men ain't no different. No. I'm talking about the whole world, period. We all fucked up. But until we get some help or want to get the help and do the work, then we're going to continue to be fucked up.
I think when you talk about religion versus spiritual, I was going to say, unfortunately, in the black church,
Okay.
if you want to talk about the man supposed to be the spiritual one, as the head, there are a lot of people that take head out of context. So he's the head, he's in control, he's the boss.
Right.
He does da, da, da.
That's incorrect.
But I do agree that the man is supposed to be the first point of contact. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual
Right.
one, so that he can leave the house in the way that he's supposed to. However, in the black church, and I'm gonna speak in my household growing up, my dad didn't go to church hardly ever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hardly ever see my dad praying, or a lot of men. When you go to church, you mostly see women. The women are running everything, and a lot of their husbands at home watching football or doing other things. Excuse me, the women are the ones going to get the help, not the men. The women are the ones going to counseling or therapy or putting the holiday stuff together and trying to do that. And the man just sitting over there waiting to be king and be the boss and tell you what to do and what not to do and how it need to be done, you know, whatever. And some of them will fund whatever, you know, that way. So I think that's what added to the disorder.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of men missed, was the fact. Yeah, that's why I say they missed the mark, because at the end of the day, their mentality is, well, I funded it, so that's what you want, so you do it.
But that's not
You know
how
what I
it's
mean?
built.
But that's not how it's supposed to be. We supposed to, if I marry you, and when I marry a person, I want to marry my helpmate. We do it together. So, for example, I might have the money to say, hey, babes, get this, and this, and I'm gonna go get this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Because she shouldn't have to take care of my brown ass, and then have to take care of the baby kids, and then have to take care of herself, and probably have to take care of her family members as well. You're putting a lot of bags and books in her bag. That now she's the bag lady. You understand what I'm saying? So when is she supposed to take time out to take them books out of the bag? That's just like, for an example, and I love this movie, Christmas Story, right? With the mother. The mother sat there and fed everybody. She get ready to sit down and eat, and all of a sudden, oh, can you give me some more? Excuse my language, nigga, get your ass up and get your own food.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you old enough. You ain't no baby. Get up and get your stuff. You know, it's my time to eat. So when do the woman supposed to have that opportunity to take that time for herself?
It's
and
funny.
that's where we messed up at.
I have a cousin. She got married. She's young, younger than me. She's in her 30s, but she was telling her husband that he wanted her to take the kids, you know, do the kids, do the house, cook, clean, da da da. So she was like, and then he want me to fuck too. Like, when do I have time for myself if I'm doing everything else? So how can I be the woman or be ready for you if I got to do 10 jobs and all you do is go to work and come home?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you why it's
and
like
the,
that.
and the
Women
imbalance.
have options too.
They have what?
Women have options
Right,
too.
and that's what I'm saying. I think we do have options.
You know why it's like that? Because most of those women that sit at home like that and have a good material lifestyle, I'm not talking about how he talked to her or how he treat her, but if you got a 4,000 square foot house, 2-3 cars that's 2 to 3 years old,
The house that's built from ground up.
if you dress how you dress, carry those handbags,
You got all the materialistic stuff. You got what you asked for.
the things that you couldn't buy if you was even working. So a lot of men, if I'm able to provide that for you, first of all, I don't care what type of guy is. Most men are simple. If you find a guy that's over the top, something wrong with him mentally. Get away from him. But most women don't realize what he had to go through to provide that for you. A lot of men have health issues. They can't miss a beat. You know, you got some that wish they can go to the doctor and whatnot, but they're too busy providing for the family. They can't stop. That's why you tend to see the men die before the women.
There are a lot of women that are that way also.
Right, there are a lot of women. There are a lot of women that way, but unfortunately, in the in American blacks, people of color. I'm not gonna say African American because you can't be dual citizens.
Brown people.
In darker complexion Americans, it tends to be that if you want a guy to provide a certain lifestyle, chances are you're not gonna get the best of both worlds. And then if you do get the best of both worlds, a lot of times women tend to think that something ain't right. And like the young lady said, you listen to all these other negative women who don't have anything, and they wish they had what you had, and they start feeding this negative energy into your relationship, into your life, and you carry that dirt back in your house. Most of the men, rich, poor, they want their woman to be the happiest thing in the world. I use this type of example. When a guy get his first car, whether it's a regular car or not, it's like he wash it every day.
Let me tell you.
He wash it every day.
Every day.
He got mismatched tires.
You don't care. You
know,
ride.
he might have to hold the door closed to ride down the street,
Facts.
but that's his car, and he cherishes it. He view his woman the same way.
Yep.
But when your woman starts smoking, dripping oil, every time you hear from her, you got to take her to the shop. It's time to get a new one. So, and only a fool will keep driving a regular car when you got money to get a good car. So what I mean by that, hey, I'm an educated man. I got a good job. I look fairly decent. Why do I have to put up with this?
Facts.
I can move on to somebody that ain't smoking, ain't leaking oil. I don't have to hold the door closed when I ride down the street. When I park it, I ain't got to worry about it. Is it going to start up tomorrow? And a lot of times, some of these females, we go to bed tonight good, wake up in the morning, I wake up with another person.
Yep. Like, what
So-
the hell just happened? Who are you? Excuse me. What the girl I was with last night? 'Cause you don't look like her, number one. Then number two, you got a whole different attitude, personality. What's up with this? That's the real you coming out.
So
I prefer you to show me who you are at the door.
me personally, out of my experience, Dominique, I think all the men I know are pretty much even keel. What I mean, it's like a straight line, parallel to the ground.
Yep.
If he crazy, he gonna be crazy all the way over there and all the way back.
Yep.
But a woman is like a roller coaster. Like a roller
Down,
coaster.
Left, right, side
So-
to side.
That's kind of, it throws us off, throws a man off. Cause wait a minute, hold, this ain't the same person. And we tend to, like, we can discuss something. You say you had a problem, baby, I'm sorry. Let's move forward. Then you all bring it back up.
Right.
It's just like if me and Dominique get in an argument. He said, hey, bro, you disrespect me the other night, man. Dominique, I'm sorry.
You keep butchering my name, by the way. I just want to let you know that. It's Dominic.
Dominique.
Yes, Dominic.
Dominique. my son.
It's like the son, Dominic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Dominic.
All right, Dominique. For the record. So, if we had a problem, he said, hey, man, I didn't like that,
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We won't cross that bridge no more.
Right.
But with your mate,
It's different.
I can say, hey, babe, I'm sorry I messed up.
Yep.
And it seems like that's not good enough. Now,
Yeah,
this guy was about to kill each other.
Yeah. Yep.
But once we came to agreement, we know, hey, that's the button for each one of us.
Yep.
And just as well as with your mate, that's the button for her.
And you gotta give
Now
the
I
person
have
the
something to
opportunity.
say.
You have to
I
give the
sent y'all
person.
another clip.
I got you. You got to give the person the opportunity to change whatever it is that bothered you. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, me and him got into it for whatever reason, and he has a choice to change it because he respects me, and vice versa.
Carla said, just call him Nick.
And- don't
Laugh
start.
out loud, Nick.
And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's a respect thing at the end of the day. So we're not gonna go 5 years down the road and be like, oh yeah, I'm still mad about what had happened 5 years ago.
That's a long time to be mad.
But I sent y'all.
You would be surprised how many people
I did send y'all a
hold
clip.
grudges like that.
I did
For
send y'all a
real.
clip that says that women are emotional
Yeah.
and y'all are more logical.
Yeah.
So where our feelings might be hurt about something and we may be triggered, y'all are more logical. I said it. I apologize. That's it. Women are gonna be like, you stepped on my toe, so then when you bump my toe again, it's gonna make me think about when you stepped on my toe.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because
Which is
we're
understandable.
emotional.
Yeah.
God didn't make us the same.
But
y'all are men, and y'all operate how y'all operate, and we're women. So even though y'all may be brash and to the point and just say something and logical, then just like we have to accept y'all and your differences, then accept the fact that women can be emotional and we are more sensitive. I can have a hard exterior, and I'm pretty tough.
Mushy like a mug.
I ain't mushy like that, but
You're right.
But I'm still a woman, and I'm still emotional. So there are some things that I'm gonna be sensitive about. You know what I'm saying?
You're
and
so
I
right.
might bring it up 3 years later. Like I remember when you said, "And what's happening today?" Because it reminds me of, or it's the same thing.
But that's understandable. That would be
So is that
but
wrong?
check it. No, but check it. That would be understandable. Let's just say hypothetically speaking that did happen, right? And something triggered something that happened. Then it's like it happened because I did it. So I would take that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But don't beat me in the head about it. I'd be like, okay, babes, I feel where you're coming from. I
get that. I don't know what you did wrong though, but it's probably still beating her in the head.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. That's it. Fucking sorry. That's all you got.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Because and I need time to process it. Right.
What else?
Right.
Okay.
And I still need to process
that's what I was just about to say. Yeah.
I still need to process it.
After you say sorry.
Yeah, so if I apologize.
So what else is there to give you?
No. What they asking for, I got it.
Without
Yeah,
pivot,
right.
Without addressing it, without acknowledgement, and doing something different. You don't apologize.
Right,
and,
and then continue the same shit. But hold on.
With
that being said,
then I say, if me and you had a difference. We come to agreement. Hey man, I'm sorry, we won't cross this path no more.
Right.
That's the change.
That's the change right there.
Now,
So what he said is 5 years later. That's why I said 5 years later. He still understands that change. I understand and respect that change. We gonna move forward.
We do know that buddies' relationships are different.
So I'm about to help you out with that too.
Dominic, let me give you this.
Go first.
Let me give you this.
You got it. You go ahead, man. You got it.
Okay.
You the oldest, so I'm gonna let you roll. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, my brother. About the emotional part. That's why society say the female is not the head. I'm gonna give you an example. When parenting, a mother tell a child, "No, you can't do this," or da 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 da. Then the daddy say, "What your mama say?"
Yep.
Hey, your mama said no. And you can be so simple. Daddy, can I go to the skate ring? Your mama said no. Then 15 minutes later, daddy leave the house, come back. Baby, where Johnny at? Oh, he went. I went ahead and let him go to the skate ring. That's the emotional side.
Yep.
That you can't, and that's the way a woman is made. And even in workplaces, that's why it's like a chauvinist thing, but they don't like women being head. Because they'll make a decision.
I was gonna say that ain't true.
I'll give you an example. When the mayor in Atlanta made that decision, but all the officers doing the riots and all that stuff, and the two little kids got snatched out the car and got tased. Not knowing who the kids belonged to, the college kid that were passing through that section, she made a decision to fight all officers without an emotional decision, without
investigation.
Without investigation. Yes, because the media and everybody coming at her, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? She made the decision to fight old guys. Then she had to turn around and rehire them. Now she got to pay them back pay. Where
I think.
So what decisions do men make when they
in a situation like that?
Go ahead.
I can say this about some of the women that I have come across. They are very emotional and logical at the same time. They know how to be emotional. I mean, I'm talking about relationship because
it's like the movie.
P sat there and said a relationship. They know how to be emotional when they need to be emotional. They know how to be logical when they need to be logical. Some, not all. Okay? So when you're looking at a relationship standpoint, what P is pretty much saying is when you're in a relationship and you did something wrong, you apologize for that wrong, y'all talked about the wrong, y'all moved on from that wrong. 5 years later, you think that she forgot. And then all of a sudden you do it again. That is the trigger right there because now she remember, oh yeah, you know, you cheated on me once before. So now you're gonna turn around 5 years later and cheat on me again. You want me to be okay with this? No, it doesn't work that way. You understand what I'm saying? So, but if he apologized or she apologized, because women do this shit too. Y'all just don't know what I've been through. So I thought I was dating a dude for a minute there because I was like, yo. I was starting to feel like the bitch. Okay, I had to call my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I ain't used to this. But for real, you apologize. And, okay, in my mind, we talked about it. Let's move forward because I don't like looking in the rearview mirror. Jordan will tell you, I don't even look in my rearview mirror in my truck. You understand? So I'm trying to move forward. But the problem that you run into is you apologize for that, and then 2 weeks later, you do it again, just in a different way, and still think it's supposed to be okay. No, it's not okay at the end of the day. Because it don't matter how you shake it, how you shiver it, you still doing the same shit.
Right.
Stop doing it. And then as soon as I sit there and say, you keep doing it, I'm going to walk away. Oh, now you threatening me. Now you giving me an ultimatum. No, bitch, I'm telling you. You do it one more time, bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. I normally don't call women
So
the B word, but they let you know.
Everybody has options.
Everybody have options.
Factual.
But it doesn't. I was gonna say it doesn't even have to be extreme. I sent y'all another clip about the emotional woman, right? And the man, the woman needs nurturing. The woman is nurturing, and the man is the one that's supposed to ensure, like, make it solid. Okay, so let's just say, if you tell me, and I'm gonna say for me, I'm gonna use my personal stuff.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have had. We're gonna go from childhood. I have had two fathers that made promises or gave their word to do certain things. Mm-hmm. And they didn't keep their word, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't keep your word, something happens one time, and then something happens the next time. Oh, well, the tire went flat. I didn't get paid at work, so I can't do it this time. Or something happened at the ticket booth, so I didn't get your flight.
Excuses.
And you did okay. So, but eventually, you take the excuses the first few times, but eventually those excuses turn into lies, right?
Well,
that's your perception. Yeah. It turns into lies because it's always something that you can't do it. So, in my brain, I made up my mind as a young child that I would tell my children, we'll see.
Right.
I'ma try.
I'll try.
I don't know.
Do. Yeah.
If it's something that I know I'm gonna do, yes, I'm gonna do it. This is what we're gonna do. Da 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 da. It's rare that something comes up that I'm gonna say, hey y'all, I can't follow through because this happened. I'm tired. Right. I gotta run over here. Da da da. So my issue, if we were, because I ain't talking about the cheating now, so we know cheating stuff. I don't share and know it anyway. But simple things that to a man is simple, right? But to me, it's not simple because habitual put off, habitual excuses become lies. Or I feel like people make time for what they want to make time for. People rearrange what's important to them. You get what I'm saying? When it's important, you'll do it whether you're tired, whether you're sleepy, whether it's raining, whether you got a headache, whether you get what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm pretty reasonable, right? But it don't take 8 years to do something that take you 5 seconds to do. You get what I'm saying? If you really want to do it. So I'm saying in relationships, there's a difference in your partner that, I'm sorry, my bad. You get what I'm saying? I ain't mean to. We got to respect. And then in a relationship with a significant other that you take for granted, and then you slow motion about certain things, or you gonna do it one day, or it doesn't have to be major is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like extreme, but it's major.
It's just small stuff. I mean, it's small, but it's major at the same time.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's major.
So it don't have to be cheating and fighting and I'm just saying little things to a woman that's emotional can eventually turn into some big shit when it really don't have to.
Now, with that being said, the reason why I have mad respect for you and for this one over here is because when I ask a question, y'all are very authentic and honest with me. You understand what I'm saying? So just imagine being in a relationship with the female and be like, well, babes, so tell me about your childhood. How was your childhood? If you lie to me and you telling me, oh, I had an awesome childhood, it was good, it was this, in my mind, I'm thinking you really had an awesome childhood, it was good, it was this and that. And then like a year later, I find out your childhood wasn't nowhere near good. Because now I'm seeing
Right.
all the, the childhood
that's not fair.
trauma. And that's not fair to me.
Right.
And or you're in a relationship with somebody else or was in a relationship with somebody else. Maybe they was abusive. Maybe they was manipulative. Maybe they was, mentally, verbally, all that type of abuse. You get what I'm saying? And then 5-10 years later down the road, you were single, but 5-10 years later down the road, you meet somebody like me who is very simple. They're like, hey, and I ask you this question. What type of man do you think I am? If you're able to tell me what type of man you think I am and all of his good positive stuff, then first thing I'm going to ask you is that if you know I'm that type of man, why do you bring this drama to my door?
Because they don't know no better.
Exactly. So therefore, but I asked you in the dating phase all the right questions, and you lied.
And that's a problem.
And that's a problem. So now because we're in round 2 or round 3 years, 4 years down the road, you have this expectation that I'm supposed to put up with your bullshit. So you want me to accept you for you, but then you don't want to accept me for me. How does that work? It doesn't.
Well, you can't really accept somebody if they don't tell you the truth.
The truth, exactly.
I feel like it's unfair. I'm an open book, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be with nobody that ain't going to communicate with me and not going to talk to me and tell me. And even if you're reserved, as from the beginning. Because sometimes we talk too much from the beginning. But as you invest time, I think people should indulge, you know what I'm saying, and tell me more about you. And if I'm with someone that every time I'm talking to them, I hit a brick wall, then it's likely that Pr1ma, I'm going to retreat. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know who I'm with
and what I'm dealing with.
I have dated and married people from out of state, and I never do that again. Ever in life. Ever in life. From the north and the south. I would never do that again. I want to meet your mammy,
East or the west.
your grandmammy, your auntie, your uncle, your children, everybody. I want to know what you come from, so I can piece it together. Not, I don't know, but what you telling me. And then as time progresses, I realize it ain't what you said it is. And then when I get a divorce, then I'm looked at as, oh, hell, I've been divorced and married 3 times. I sure have, because I know how to get out, right?
Right.
And I don't feel bad about it. That's my story, and I choose me at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
So I have loyalty to me. Do I believe in happily ever after? Absolutely. Is that what I want? Absolutely. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm going to choose me, and I want to be with someone that's healthy and someone that's going to be honest with me, because I'm honest with you. The good, bad, the ugly, the right, wrong, indifferent. This is me. This just Pr1ma.
Right.
All of it. And if it's too much for you, say it's too much. And guess what? I will gracefully bow out.
Out of respect.
Right.
For
But be fair. That's my whole thing. People aren't fair.
They're not fair, and
so
that's
you
my
can't
trigger.
hold me to a standard, and you don't have one.
That is my ultimate trigger for me. I don't have many at all, but that is definitely the trigger, because how you sit here and you put all these subliminal messages on Facebook, or you put the videos on Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is that you're using as your platform, but when you sit there reading them, you're like, you don't even do that. Like, you're not even like that.
Lies you tell.
The lies you tell, it's camouflaging. That's what you're doing. You're camouflaging. Stop.
Emulating.
Either a person gonna accept you for who you are, but the reality is, in my mind, most people don't know who they are. So because they don't know who they are, they giving you who they think they are.
But that's why we have to protect us, and we have to make smart choices. Yep. I have an obligation to me to protect me, and I have an obligation to gracefully bow out. We don't have to be ratchet. We don't have to be loud. We don't have to be disrespectful unless somebody pushes those buttons. But it's easy to say, hey, you know what? You got too much going on. Like I said, when I was younger, there were people that said, baby, you pretty, you fine, you sexy, but you got a whole lot of damn children. And I used to be like, buy one, get 4 free. It's 5 of us, right? It's a 5 pack. You can decide, right? And there were some that said, hey, it's too much. You get what I'm saying? Did it hurt my feelings when I was young? Yes, because I had 4 kids by somebody and I married him and thought we were going to be happily ever after. And he didn't keep up his end of the bargain. So that disqualified me from maybe some good men, because I'm a smart girl, intelligent, was in college, got some degrees and all that shit. But because I had children, I was disqualified, right? But that was my choice. Right, but that was my choice to have those children. But because of our past, people do disqualify us. Right, but at least I was a person that was honest. I'm not gonna tell you something different. And you can't say I came and tricked you. You can't say I held this back from you. I told you and make an informed decision. Yep. And all I'm asking is allow me to make an informed decision. That's all I ask. Give me the information. If you don't, then I'm gonna bow out gracefully because you lied to me. Because you can lie by omission. And people say, well, I didn't tell you. But if you withhold information and I asked you, then you still lied.
A lie is a lie. Don't big lie, little lie. And I can't stand the person. I can't stand when a person sit there and say, "Oh, I don't never lie and I don't like lies." You just lied right there when you say.
I do lie. Let the right person come in. We gotta save our life.
Look, let me tell you, I'm gonna lie my ass off.
Come in, something happen. I'm a lie. Yes,
I'm
not
like,
a practicing liar.
I'm like, right. I'm like, the goddess was with me the whole entire time. What are you talking about?
Abraham lied about sight. I got you. Anyway. We gotta say goodnight. I just looked at the time. We were getting good. We could some of this conversation, y'all. We need to carry on to next week. But I wanted you. I don't know if you're gonna be here, Michelle, because I wanted to get to this, and I don't think we're gonna be able to because it's time. But Thomas asked us about ancestral veneration. Remember last week? Oh yeah. And we were supposed to get on that. So I had some notes on it because I do practice ancestral veneration, and if you don't know what it is, look it up and we'll go back to it next week. I do practice that. I do have an altar, not just for myself and my living loved ones, but also for my mom, and so that gives you a little bit about it. And it is dealing with believing that your ancestors and people that have gone on before you, that you can commune with them, maybe that they can give you wisdom, knowledge, protection, blah 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 blah. So that's just a precursor, and it is something that is practiced in the Chinese culture, the African culture, the Haitian culture, the Latin American culture. With that being the case, Thomas, we'll go back to it next week.
We apologize, Thomas.
Yeah, so please come for that.
I have something.
And it was them little Disney movies. Yeah. The little Disney movies they show. I'm trying to think of the name of the one. I'm gonna find that next week, so I tell y'all. I see it in my head, but it was Encanto. Encanto. Yeah. So there are. So anyway, to answer your question, Thomas, yes, I do practice ancestral veneration. I did do a tree of life, ancestral tree, and I may bring it next week with all my ancestors and my family and friends. They know, because they asked me to do a workshop, and that's probably what I'll do eventually, where I actually took arts and crafts and hot glued and drilled and cut out and got Roscoe to help me put an ancestral tree together when my grandmother passed. And in my spirit, I was led. My grandmother was the matriarch of our family, and when she transitioned, I put together an ancestral tree and got pictures and cut them out, laminated, and put them all on the branches for my mom, my dad's family. We ended my mom, my biological dad, my dad that adopted me, my blah blah blah. And I'm gonna leave that tree for my children and my grandchildren. So whoever the responsible one, which will probably be a girl. I have 6 boys, but I have granddaughters. So anyway, I just want them to keep that tree. But I may bring that next week for the show, so y'all can see my ancestral tree and my cousins and stuff that have transitioned. My uncle that just passed a couple of weeks ago, I just put him on the tree too. So I'll bring that. So that answers you, Thomas. We have gone over. Thank you, DJ Rez. Thank you, DJ Roscoe. We're gonna take pictures. Any final words? Thank you, Michelle, for coming. Final words, y'all say anything, say it on Facebook.
Whatever you do,
Thanks
be
for coming
fair.
out.
Thanks for coming out and always be fair.
Good night.
Yay, we gotta take our picture. Oh, we gotta do my promo. Where is it? My promo, yeah. Play my promo before we go off. I did this real quick, y'all. I'm proud of myself.
Go, girl.
Yanni didn't hear it. You didn't hear it, did you? Let Yanni hear it.
Hi, this is Pr1ma with Candid CoEd Conversations with me, just Pr1ma. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30ish to 10ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits. And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and feedback. Looking forward to it. Thanks.
I had on my scrubs, and Red said, "Come in, do a promo." And I did it like that. I was like, I'm so proud of me. God, I was so nervous when I first started, but looking forward. Anyway, we're going to take pictures. Good night.